All right, what we're going to do is we're going to strip down and look at bare naked.
That sounds inappropriate.
We're going to take Polk, BEPRO, and Polkadex, strip them down and look at bare naked weekly, monthly, and daily candles so that we can get a fresh perspective on what we should know before Bitcoin really takes off. Are you ready? You better be. We are looking at bare naked price on BEPRO right now. These are each monthly candles. Here is a question for you. Does this look bad? I think the answer is no. There is absolutely nothing bad about this. Price got a little too hot, had a correction, is consolidating, is going sideways, and it's structurally not too far from its all-time highs. It doesn't look that bad at all, right? So this is bare naked chart. Now let's walk these down. Let's walk this down the candle. So now I'm going to the 2-week. Let's do the same thing. How bad does this actually, this chart looks even better. All right, let's get rid of the indicators. This chart looks even better, right? So I'm not gonna, actually I can do this, but imagine, look at this. Just raced up, had a hard time, came right back up, leveled off. That's it. It's like 3 moves. One big move, a correction, and got back to level off. Level, correction, big move. That's it. That's not bad at all. I mean, I don't understand why a lot of people are losing interest in this coin, saying, oh, it's not flying. Sure, in the face of other coins flying, yeah, but this did a 6,000% run, right? So it's got to correct heavily, form a new base, which, check this out. Just actually kind of like what Bitcoin's doing, going sideways for so long since April, or technically since March, you know, being in the roughly 60K range, high 50s since March. This could be our next bear market bottom, assuming that this cycle is going to be longer, right? So BEPRO might, you know, see a bear market bottom of, you know, half a penny or so on a wick low. I mean, so this is establishing the next, you know, this is going to make it easier for you to buy this crap back. So don't be mad about this. This is still fine. Now I can reason absolutely with folks, you know, who say, okay, here's why this isn't good. I do have, you know, obviously there is one case. You're operating on lower highs, essentially. Look. These are all lower highs. Each mountain has a lower high. And honestly, that's not that great. However, when you look at these other charts, right, and you see it in the context of crypto, with Bitcoin also consolidating since essentially one massive consolidation since March, this is just fallen Bitcoin essentially, and then outperforming it when Bitcoin's hot. 6,000% run. Bitcoin didn't do that. This is just waiting on Bitcoin, folks. And Bitcoin's the thing that took it down this far past a penny anyway. So it's been taken down by Bitcoin, a double correction essentially, and then came back up. It's popping. It's simply waiting on Bitcoin, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the 5-day chart. Look how high structurally. So this area that I'm, you know, essentially circling with my cursor here. Look how high up structurally this consolidation is versus the wick high, right? So it's not like it's consolidating down here. So in the middle of this, so it's middle high. So the middle of the pump is right here. It's consolidating way above the middle of this pump. So if you could consider this the pump, it's consolidating like 3/4 of the way up. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this chart outside of the idea that, yeah, you're operating on lower highs, and that's not good. And this could be one massive triangle that might be forming here. And it's almost like an equilateral triangle. Right? And in a bull market, this is more likely to break up. Is it guaranteed to break up? No, I'm not saying that. However, structurally, this doesn't look bad when you're viewing it this way in the context of Bitcoin is doing this too. Are some other altcoins outperforming Bitcoin and forming all-time highs? You know, like Solana has, Luna, Phantom. Yeah, there have been a few winners. Has BEPRO been a winner yet? No, it hasn't. But guess what? Once Bitcoin allows for it, it looks like BEPRO is going to be a big winner. And the cool thing about if you like this asset is, like I said earlier, you're going to have an obvious target when you get out of crypto, assuming you're one of those people expecting a market cycle because you see a blow off top potentially. You can literally not look at BEPRO for a year until price gets close to these levels again. This is going to make it so easy on you. So if you're a long-term BEPRO fan, you should be happy about this. You're going to know when you're going to want to start looking at the charts again. So, all right. So remember, so for the short-term price action on this asset, I do have these boxes drawn in. My my analysis stays the same as it's been the same for like a month. That's why I'm doing bare naked stuff and trying to make, like the sex appeal or whatever stuff here, trying to make jokes. But you need a weekly closure in this range period. This green box, you need a weekly closure. Then it has permission to fly, which is PFT. There is no PFT. Actually, I said that wrong. PTF. PTF, permission to fly. There is no permission to fly until a weekly closes in this green box, period. That is just the way it is. And that is between 1.4 cents to 1.75 cents. 1.75 to 1.4, essentially. Anywhere in this box should suffice. Right now, so the reason I have this as a box for permission to fly, so it's our PTF box. The reason I have that here is because if Bepro climbs up midweek, like a week is here, and on by a Thursday, Bepro price is way up here. Guess what? That is a good 20 bag opportunity for new viewers. 20 bag means take 20% of the Bepro you own. You can sell it confidently with the idea that that tether you hold now, because you sold 20% of your Bepro, you could confidently buy back closer to this because it doesn't have permission to fly. Permission to fly, no PTF until a weekly closure. The weekly closure is likely going to be in this box. But since Bepro is so volatile, I can see that sometime midweek, it might fly up on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and say, oh shit, the box is down there. I haven't closed the week. Okay, let me head back down. It's like forgetting something from home when you leave, like you forgot your wallet, but you're going grocery shopping. You leave home, you're like, shit, right? That's exactly what that is. And so Bepro is very volatile. That's why I have the box here. Yes, I could make this a line. Anytime you close above here, a weekly candle, you have PTF, but I want to show you essentially the 20 bag strategy based off of the weekly candle. That's why I really suggest you make that box on your charts if you're a Bepro fan. And now is going to be the time to go ahead and flip your phones vertically or get flipped off. Hey, Tim, what does that mean? It means your phone is horizontal. Flip it vertically so you have the ability to hit the like button. And guess what's going to help me out even more? If you leave me a quick comment, even if it's a simple period without the tampon, or you let me know you're one of your 3 favorite coins outside of these 3 right here. And also make sure that you've checked me out on Twitter. I guess I don't have that prepared. My Twitter handle is in the top of the near the top of the description section at @CosasVerdes2. I give updates on these 3 coins fairly regularly, particularly Bepro. So check me out there and hit that bell. This is time sensitive. It's going to help me help you. We're in this together. Hit that bell. All right, let's jump back in. All right. So I'm going to go to Polk next. All right, bare naked price. Here we go. Bare naked price. Hey, let's strip down and look at bare naked. All right. Take a look at this chart on the monthly first. Looks all right. Not really much to show. Okay, let's look at it on the 2 week. What are you noticing? So again, I can't draw in because then all the other lines pop up, right? So if I go like this, then it's going to make it sloppy, right? So you're going to have to follow my cursor. See how my cursor's moving around? I want your eyes kind of following where I'm doing this. Now watch. What I'm seeing on this chart, this is where my eyes start seeing things that are relevant. So all this move here where my cursor's going, it's down, right? But you have 2 areas where price went the exact opposite very quickly, and then it resumed. So you have down, a quick opposite direction, down, quick opposite direction, down. So now you have up, fairly quick opposite direction, up, fairly quick opposite direction. What do you think's going to happen now? Resume. It almost looks like this half here is a slowed down. It's like a mirror image of this, but slow down in like 0.75 speed or something to that effect, because it's got its lengths of opposite direction are a little longer. But honestly, that's good. That's allowing it to essentially hit its weekly 10 EMA, I would assume. Yeah, look, it's allowing it to hit its weekly 10 EMA. And in a bull run, that's all you need to do. You can literally do a 30,000, a 300x. I'm not saying that's what I predict for this, but I mean, in crypto, you have permission to fly. You have PTF if you just keep hitting the weekly 10. You could keep going and going and going and going until Bitcoin ruins the party. So that's going to the weekly chart. I promised bare naked stuff today. So I'm going to give you some bare naked goodies, birthday suit coins, coins in the birthday suit. All right. So yeah, this looks like it's going to get continuation, and it looks like it's about ready to get volatile. right? So whenever Bitcoin is just like done, I don't even think this is waiting on Bitcoin to do something special like break 70K. I think this is just waiting for Bitcoin not to go down and scare the shit out of people. And then it's going to fly. This looks like you're going to get continuation with it. It looks perfectly fine. So let's zoom out on the daily. And so you can see the chaos within the structure I was talking about earlier. Right? So I assume that this will do almost a fractal. It's going to slow down, or it might actually round out. So you might be looking at all of December round out, but honestly, it could just go straight back up, more similar to back here. Remember, it was going straight down, a quick up, then resume, a quick up, resume. This could be up, a quick medium down, resume. It could be very fast. It might not be as roundish shape as this was. However, remember, it actually maybe not remember, if you did not watch my Bitcoin analysis or my analysis from, Trias and all that stuff, there is something on Bitcoin which could make this round out a lot more, and it might take a lot longer to go. So if Bitcoin, here, let me show you actually. So on all these three coins, this is something that could make things really, really, really boring. And I want you to be aware of this, folks. All right. I probably should have started off the video like this, but Bitcoin might just, the assumption that December is going to get hot, right, would say hit the top of this line 90K. So let's say, so it's just bouncing in these lines. You see this? So oftentimes after hitting the top twice, in any type of range like this, it's really common. Sometimes you only go up halfway and then ride that line a little bit, then break the horizontal high, but while riding the line and then blast. And that would be late January. So let's zoom in on what I'm talking about. So that would make Polk really round this out. So you only go up halfway, get rejected by the horizontal high. Then you have to get a squeeze play between the horizontal of this height, a squeeze play between that and this rising ascending line, and then you squeeze out. That would be Bitcoin not getting above much above 70K until late January. So make sure you draw. So on Bitcoin, know that this bottom line could, if it comes into focus on the whole crypto market, it's going to really slow down what is going to happen on your altcoins. And you're going to be sitting there bored, waiting to be rich, with Polk or whatever small caps or altcoins that you're holding. You're going to be waiting a long time, or what feels like forever. So if it starts feeling like forever, focus on that line on Bitcoin. That line, I mean, it could come into play, and it could really suck. So that's what I got for Polk. It looks really, actually fairly fantastic. So we're going to move on to PDEX. All right, so PDEX is going to be a little bit more difficult to look at here because it's just going sideways essentially. However, I do have something to show you here. All right, so looking at bare naked price on the monthly, yeah, it looks boring, but here's the cool thing about this. Watch this, folks. Watch this. You had one green, so see where my cursor is up now? You had one green monthly candle, right? So the bulls, when they came, right? I almost said something I shouldn't say. I was going to watch this. When they came hard. I should have said, whatever. Okay, but when they came, they bought hard. They bought hard, right? But here's the thing. 3 months of bears couldn't even chip away at half of that one bullish candle. Not even half of it. That means the bears are being worn out. People are going to say, shit, we can't break this. We can't break this. It's like trying to break out of jail. Like, okay, this guy could do it. All right, hey, buddy, help me. Now they got 2 people beating on a cell wall trying to break out. Now you have 3. They can't do it. They're getting tired. They're going to give up. That's honestly, viewing price this way, bare naked price on the monthly chart, that honestly might be the bull, like that is fairly bullish in that sense. In the context though, but it's in the context, right? So context is very important here. In the context that the crypto market will have a longer cycle and that we're expecting a very bullish move either around December or late January, something around there, starting at one of those 2 points. With that context, what I'm seeing in the chart with this candle is very, very, very bullish. Bears had 3 months to chip away, could even break half of it. So that's bear. So when you look at bare naked price and you go down the candles, you'll start seeing stuff like this, right? Things you can't see when you have all your noise on there. All right. So this just looks like a big boring sideways range. Once you go to the 2 week and the weekly, it all starts kind of looking like the analysis that we've covered, right? So, and then when you go to the lower time frames, it's honestly just pointless at that point, because it's simply in a range. It has been its whole life. So let's put things back on. I will maintain my ideas behind when this will fly. It's going to be somewhere between these two lines. So you need a weekly closure. I don't know if the week needs to close above the top line. I don't know if it's going to need to do that because it's consolidated. So that would be the top line are these two candles. You might only need a weekly candle above that structure there, which is the bottom line coming in at $25.17 or $26 and about $27. So if a weekly candle closes between there, that's when you're going to say, man, I have a decent odds that the next 2 weeks are going to be fire. But if you get a closure below it, then what you can assume, the cool thing is you have a potential 20 bag play. You know that if the next week fires up after a closure below the box, that you have a 20 bag opportunity because price is going to close closer to the box, right? But if a candle closes straight up above the whole box, then the next time it fires off, you might not want to be looking for 20 bag opportunities because it already got PTF, permission to fly, right? So the middle box is going to be the tricky one. Right? If it closes right under the bottom of the box, then the next week flies, you have a 20 bag opportunity. And if it straight up just closes right above the box, you might expect a week of slowdown, but that when it starts taking off, you might not want a 20 bag until second and third levels up. So that's the importance of these two lines on how to interpret them. New viewers, if you want to learn to set up a chart like me, you're going to want to click this link, this pop it up. Click the damn thing and learn how to set up a chart, do your homework. And if you miss my Bitcoin analysis, returning viewers, you want to watch this. It's going to help you be so much more profitable within your altcoins. If you like these three, watch that video and subscribe. It's the little circle that's covering my mouth. Subscribe if you haven't, and y'all just got Timified.